Good morning, dear students. Today we'll continue chapter 10, that is part 3. Up to last lecture, we have already completed the image formation by convex lens. Today we'll see the image formation by concave lens. The image formation by concave lens. See, concave lens is a diverging lens. Concave lens is a diverging lens. That means it will diverge the light. Okay. Now, first case, there are two cases of the image formation in case of concave lens. First is if the object is at infinity. The first case is object at infinity. Object at infinity. That means infinity. And second is object anywhere on principal axis. Okay, or we can write object on principal axis. Object on principal axis. Clear? Now see, in case of the object at infinity, see, this is a concave lens, this is optical center O, principal axis f1, f2, f1 to f1, f2 to f2. Okay, so the object is at infinity. That means what? That means the image, or we can say not image, the incident ray is coming parallel to the principal axis from above the principal axis and below the principal axis. That means two incident ray will come from the infinity. Remember, in the case of infinity, we are not drawing the object, we are not taking the object. Okay, in case of infinity, we are not taking the object. If you remember the previous cases, in case of infinity, we are not taking the objects. So, if the object at infinity, so we will take incident ray parallel to the principal axis, incident ray parallel to the principal axis, and since we know that this lens, that means concave lens, is a diverging lens, therefore the incident ray will diverge. Incident ray will diverge. Another ray parallel to the principal axis. Okay, another ray parallel to the principal axis, and we know that the concave lens is a diverging lens. Therefore, the incident ray will diverge. Now, if two incident rays are diverging, then the image will form or not. See, these rays are diverging rays. The image will form or not? Yes, the image will form. But the virtual image, because reflecting rays are not intersecting each other. Reflecting rays are not intersect, or we can say divergent rays, not reflecting rays. Diverging rays are not intersecting each other. Incident ray is diverted by some angle. The two incident rays are diverted by some angle. Therefore, the diverging rays not forms any image. Therefore, we will produce the image, okay, with the help of first rule. With the help of first rule. First rule says that if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray is passes through the focus. That means we will produce in backward direction. Again, we will take the help of first rule. If the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, reflected ray passes through the focus. That means here the image is formed. So, what is the position of image? What is the position of image at f1? What is the position of image? Position of image is at f1. Second, size of image. The size of image is very diminished, highly diminished. What we can write? Highly diminished. Or we can write point size image. Or we can write point size image or highly diminished. Where the image is formed? At the focus. What is the nature of the image? What is the nature of the image? What is the nature? Now nature is, if the diverging rays are not intersecting each other, that means we have produces the incident ray towards F1. Since we have produced the image, that means it is virtual and erect. Okay. Then in the case of object at principal axis, if the object has principal axis, optical center, principal axis, object at principal axis, this is F1, 2F1, F2, 2F2. If the object is principal axis beyond 2F1 or anywhere we can take, so according to the first rule, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then it will be diverged through some angle. It will diverge through some angle in the case of concave lens, because concave lens is a diverging lens. Now, the second rule says that in case of lens, second rule says that if the incident ray passes through the optical center, then it is passes undeviated. That means the second ray, incident ray, is passes through the optical center and it would pass undeviated. It would pass undeviated, means without any deviation. Now, these two are also the diverging rays. These two are also diverging rays. So the image will form or not? No. Actual image, that means real image, will not form. We have to produce the virtual image. So what we'll do, we will produce this reflecting diverging ray. We will produce this diverging ray towards the focus according to our first rule. According to our first rule, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray passes through the focus. Okay, then the reflected ray is passes through the focus. Now, you can see where the two rays actually meets each other. Here, where the two rays actually meets each other. Here, that means this would be the image. This would be the image A, B. This would be A dash and B dash. A dash and B dash. Clear? So, the image, what is position? What is position of image? Where the image is formed? Between F1 and O. What is size? Size is diminished. As you can see, object is AB and image is A dash B dash. So the image is smaller than the object, therefore it is diminished. What is nature? Nature is virtual and erect. See, pay attention, when the two rays are not actually meet each other, we will say the image are virtual and erect. Clear? So these are the two cases in case of concave lens. You can draw in your notebook. I am giving you 2 minutes.